Hey guys, JH. Welcome to Practice Tea. Okay, now there's still a lot of confusion about what this process is. A lot of confusion. Some people think it's the old connection type exercise where you put a towel or a head cover under your arm. Guys, that's the pressure point here. This pressure point is here, lower part of the elbow. And it's behind the rib, behind the body line here. It's behind it, not in front of it. Never goes this way as a feeling. It has to go there to a degree as we're extending out to impact, but coming in, it stays back here. It's behind the body line. I actually feel like my elbow is going that way as I'm coming down. It feels like it's going that way. It never goes this way. It's not a pitch elbow, and it's not an upper connection. It's a lower, behind the body line station for the arm. Gets here and it stays there. It stays behind the body line here as a feeling. As we come in here, clearly we extend it, but it doesn't go extension that way. It goes from here to there. So when that elbow goes out, it never goes forward. It stays here, which means that you've got to get this pivot here to the ball. Otherwise you've got to fire the arm. We don't want to fire the arm. We want to get it here and turn the pivot in, and then just straighten the arm out here. But it never goes this way. And it's not connected up here, it's connected down here. It's nothing like normal connection where people suggest, and there's nothing to forget the front arm. I'm not worried about the front arm at all. The lead arm's not even in the equation. It does its role of connection because it's joined in the triangle, but I don't think about it. It just performs its function. Yeah, so this is it, guys. Watch this elbow here. It's here to start with. It's behind the rib cage, and that's why this is bent the way it is here. It's here. There's none of this. It's here. So we can just do that. I actually feel I push my elbow there. There, it goes this way. Doesn't go that way. Here. Club goes this way, but the elbow goes that way. And that is the real difference between this and any other type of process or connection. It's nothing up here. It's one arm down here. Here. There it is. Come in here. The only way we can get this club to that ball from back here and maintain this here is turn that pivot here. And then we can just straighten that arm that way. It can go there, but it doesn't go this way. It just doesn't go that way. So guys, it's very, very different. And I think the reason it works as well as it does is because this cannot run off and provide an independent action. It just can't do that. It's basically corralled, and it just is a victim to the pivot. It just has to do that. Haven't hit any shots today. Been to the gym this morning, or a while ago. So, and that's what I like about it. You can be really stiff and tight. Doesn't seem to make any difference. So I don't know what the angle's like, guys, but should be okay. We've got 5 iron. It's actually 4 iron. So it's here, guys. If you can see that ball flight, it's just a bullet. Absolute bullet. And that's what I like. I mean, I feel as stiff as a board. But you don't have to have a lot of mobility and flexibility with this golf swing because it's a pretty stiff swing. Pretty stiff, tight swing, because we just get in here and we just turn the torso. There's no need for lots of flexibility. All we have to do is turn the right shoulder quadrant or the trail shoulder quadrant and fire the pivot. Just the same flight every time. I mean, they're bullets, absolute bullets, and easy bullets. Not as if we're firing them with a lot of energy, a lot of motion. There's hardly any of that going on. We don't need any of that. Just get it in here and keep it in there. Just fire the pivot out. Couldn't be simpler than that, guys. I mean, that is really simple. Simple as they say. It's amazing. There's never any work being done until I set the camera up. As soon as you set the camera up, it's almost like a mechanism for generating noise. I mean, that's just an Exocet missile. They're just beautiful. Okay, guys, we'll just hit a couple this way. And as I say, when I'm really stiff, this is when the swing works really good. I don't know where we are with the camera here. Where's that guy going in the buggy? It's almost like they're oblivious, just totally oblivious. They're good guys. Got to do their job, I suppose. So here it is, guys. Back here. That's as pure as the driven snow. Oh, that is so good. That is pure as a driven snow. Slightly different angle. Go this way. Guys, it don't get any better than that. Well, it don't get any better than that for JH. I can't hit it any better than that. And the thing is, guys, since I've had it for about a week now, it's stayed, it hasn't left, and it doesn't want to leave. And even if you're not timing it all that great, it doesn't matter. Because this action is so same-ish that it just keeps working. Just so easy. Oh, I love it. Love it. I love it. Couple this way. Guys, that's just such a powerful little golf swing. A mini golf swing with just maxi power. I'm actually generating more power out of the smaller compact golf swing. It's just crazy. And the head is so consistent. I don't know if you can see the ball flight. You may be able to today. Blue sky out there. The sun could be in the right place. Change the angle, go this way. See, everything works, guys. See how the body gets through everything? You don't have to think about stuff. I'm not thinking about clearing my hips or anything like that. It's just happening. The pivot firing does all that. And the body gets across with the pickup in the backswing. You don't have to think about stuff. That's the thing that kills a normal golf swing, when you're thinking about all types of positions. I'm not. I'm just trying to, you know, bicep curl and flow the golf club. That's all I'm trying to do. And all the other stuff happens. And I'm getting a lot of whiplash. A lot of whiplash. Tiny little golf swing. Now Lee Como says he doesn't want to turn. Well, I don't feel like I'm turning. I've obviously got some turn. You can't make any type of golf swing without some type of turn, but it's the perception. If you feel like you're not turning, and Lee clearly feels like that, gosh, that's probably the best forehand I can remember hitting for years. It's easy stuff. So easy. Okay, so here it is. It's not connection here, it's here. If you had a clip here, there it is. And if you actually hit some shots, I'm going to make this thing up. Get here. Hit some shots like that. I must have, if I'm here with this arm bent like this, I can't be straightening it a huge amount because I'd be missing the golf ball. So if I can center the golf club on the ball here, with the arm in here like this, here, all I'm doing is just firing it in here. Now we saw Hogan with the bent right arm here. Now I've never liked the bent right arm. But when you think of what Hogan did and how Hogan fired the pivot and how Lee fires the pivot, Lee fires it, but he also fires his hand. I don't fire my hand as much. You know, my swing's nothing like Lee's, and we all know that. And it can't be because I'm not Lee. And I don't have his talent or his natural motion, which is general ability with a golf club to swing a golf club. Make no claims to being a great swinger of the golf club. Yeah. Doesn't get any better than that, guys. I promise you, it don't get any better than that. Now, guys, there's a lot of zip in that. A lot of zip in that. Just going off camera a little bit. Sorry, guys. Just want to hit my new Mizuno driver. Man, I love this thing. This is a new JPX 900. I've got it set at 7.5, low spin. And guys, I had the X, the stiff and the regular. You know what I've got in this? The regular. It's amazing. It's not soft. It's just a nice shaft, and it's the new Speeder 569 Evolution. Good thing. Oh, I love it. And to be able to play it at, well, I think with the regular shaft I can actually play it at, you know, at 7.5, and the shaft gives me enough kick. Oh, guys, if you can see that ball flight. It's just, they're missiles. This is a good club, guys. Do yourself a favour, don't worry about other drivers, just go and buy one of these. Go and buy one of these. It's the best club I've ever hit. Absolutely, I don't know what they've done, but my buddy took it out yesterday. It was in place, he'd never been on the golf course. Just couldn't believe it. He just couldn't believe where he was. Slightly different angle, guys. And see, there's just so much zip in the shot. There used to be a guy who played the US tour back in the 70s called Dan Powell. Dan Powell had a swing like that. He was the longest hitter out there at the time. Longer than Norman, longer than anyone. 70s and early 80s. Late 70s, early 80s. But Dan was strong. He just took it back here and just hammered it. Oh, he was Mr. Hammer. Slightly different angle, guys. And think about it, if we can have a tiny little golf swing and a club's coming from here, how does it get offline? Can't get offline because it's only coming from here. And if you're doing this all the time, it's the same action. But when we're up here and we're doing this and we're doing that and left posting up on the left side, spinning out, I think about any of it. But I'm doing all the stuff you're supposed to do in a golf swing. I'm still getting all the body working in the golf swing. And this is the secret, guys. When you can have a session like this, dead calm, you don't miss a shot. What does that say? And guys, I'm no great shakes. I've always been accurate and straight. But what I say is good striking is middle of the golf club. Mightn't have that sound that Lee gets because he's got so much more speed. He crushes and he's so much stronger. Well, he probably wouldn't be physically stronger, but he's stronger in the golf swing. His action's much stronger. And he's got lag. I don't have any lag, right? Because I don't work for lag. Look at this, guys. Look, arms on my body. Here. Guys, that's probably the longest drive I've ever hit here with no wind. That is the longest drive. There. That's how good this got. That's the longest drive with the range ball I've hit. It ran into that back fence down there. Never get it down there. Never get it down there. This is a good system, guys. I know I'm gushing over it, but I'll tell you, it is a good system. Very good system. So if you're going to practice it and you're going to learn it, remember, this arm's behind the body line, the rib cage here, it's behind here. And we don't want it coming forward, we don't want to do that. We want to come in here and just fire it. So how do we learn that? How do we learn that? Like I said the other day, just get yourself a wedge, get it here, take it back here. I don't know if you go any further than that. And just bring it in. Oh, that is so good. Oh man, if I had this action, I mean, a couple of guys said to me the other day, because I was really gushing here, they said, JH, you're out of control. I said, well, the thing that really annoys me is that if I'd have had this 30 years ago, could have played tour golf, because you don't miss a shot. And that type of quality on the strike, to be able to fly, you know, from 100 in and stake it. I mean, it just, see what this guy goes here. It's just so nice. Here. They're just rockets. Okay guys, just a little bit each day, just a little bit of an update, a little bit of feel, but remember, it's back here. This is it. That's the feeling. I feel that this goes back. As I come down, it goes back. Doesn't go forward, it comes forward, but I feel like I'm keeping it back. I'm not trying to get my arm to the ball. It stays here. As I come in, I feel like it's back here. There. Guys, it's very exciting. And I haven't had a one-on-one with Lee yet, but because I'm trying to digest a lot of the stuff, And so when I talk to him, but we'll have a Skype session, may have a Skype session this week. He's sending me a lot of email stuff and he's very enthusiastic. And of course, guys, it's hard to keep up with Lee. Mate, Lee is honestly, he is the absolute nuclear reactor of effervescence when it comes to golf swing and everything associated with the golf swing and everything associated with universal forces and powers and processes. I mean, he's just, you've got to be plugged into to a big battery pack to keep up with Captain Lee Como, I'll tell you. I mean, he's fantastic. I just wish we were closer together so we could share some real face-to-face. I'm going to get down to Texas. It won't be this year. It'll be more like January. And I'll get down there and I'll spend a week down there with Lee. And because you've got to do it. I mean, he has so much going on in his brain, and I just want to milk some of that out. You know, have a look at it, put it under the microscope and say, yeah, I don't understand that, or Lee, I don't understand that. What is this? Help me understand what this is. That's all I want to do. I just want to understand. It's going to be hard. I mean, Lee's up here in terms of the way he looks at a golf swing and the way he thinks about a golf swing. He's here, guys. No one is even close to that. My super good buddy Martin Ayres is almost on that level. But these guys are they're almost esoteric, the way they look at the golf swing and the things that permeate them as thoughts. It's unbelievable, and I love it. And I'm like a detail freak, but with these guys, it's beyond detail. That's how we'll term it. It is beyond detail. Because I've got to tell you honestly, I mean, a lot of the stuff that Lee says to me, and I've got like a reasonably good neuroscience background and dynamics background and just universal understanding of principles and forces. But sometimes Lee just absolutely dumbfounds me. So I've got to come up to his level of understanding. And I hope he'll be gentle with me when he's laying that on me. But guys, he's unique in the world. This guy is unique in the world. And a lot of guys pilloried him in the early days. And I don't blame him one bit for retiring and just saying, you know, I don't need this rubbish. Because Lee was right and everybody else was wrong. That's the reality of it. He was right and they were wrong. And because they didn't understand he's right, they thought he was wrong. But you've got to take the time. You have to take the time to understand he's right. And that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm nowhere near there. So, but I will. I hope to talk to Lee this week. He's a fascinating guy, got the best, I think it's the best dynamics I've ever seen in the golf swing. Mike Dunaway had the best before that, and but Lee is just, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, other than a human gyroscope with forces that are sublime. And the forces almost achieve homeostasis. I mean, how do you do that? All these varying types of universal forces, he's collected them. He's got them in a homeostasis type situation. I mean, he looks like everything is in a state of homeostasis. Okay, guys, that was a bit of a ramble, but yeah, okay, we'll do some more tomorrow. It's very, very exciting.